What's cracking everyone, Amy Crichton here, and in today's video we are reviewing the new Sony 35mm 1.4 lens. So at the moment I'm shooting on the Sony a7S III and I'm using the G Master 16-35 2.8 lens. Now I'm going to swap over to the FX6 and that is sporting the new 35mm 1.4 lens. Now this is a prime lens, and as you can tell, between 2.8 and 1.4, there is a huge difference. Check out the background between the two. I'll do a split screen. So as you can tell, the depth of field is just so much more milkier, it's creamier, it's beautiful. It's a great lens to use. And the focal length is really handy too. So it's good for your wide shots. You can just take a few steps back to get your wide, and you can use this in interviews as well. It's a great all-round lens. Now, what I also love about this lens is that it has a manual aperture ring on it. I love lenses like this. It just saves you having to use, a finicky little dial on the side of your camera to change your aperture. It's so much more tactile to grab the lens and move it however you want. Another great thing about this lens is it is really quite compact. It is small, it is light, and I really love the lens hood on it. It's circular, it's solid, it's a really good lens. And Sony has also just released the 50mm in this range. So they're going to be coming out with all new primes in this series, which is going to be awesome. It's going to add to your kit, give you more options as a filmmaker, and I cannot speak highly enough about this lens. And it does perform really well with the autofocus as well. I have autofocus on at the moment and I have face detection on. Let's just see how she goes. Another thing that I love about prime lenses is it can test you as a filmmaker. So if you only chuck the one focal length on your camera and commit to using that for an entire shoot, you will come out a better filmmaker in the end, I promise. This will challenge you to move the camera around a lot more to get your shots instead of taking the lazy option of having a zoom lens and just you kind of lock yourself into a position and you just zoom in and out as you want. Whereas if you have a prime lens, you have to move. If you want a wider shot, you have to move back. If you want a closer shot, you have to move forward, up and down. It gives you more variety as a filmmaker, and it kind of opens your eyes to using different bits of gear. Now tell me in the comments down below what you think of this lens. Do you prefer the 1.4 or the 2.8? And if you did like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.